Hello everybody and welcome to XRL and back again here in the Dev League today. We have our race in Mexico and it's going to be a very exciting one as always. For watch over will be joined by Lopez. He has just had to do something, but he'll be back soon I'm sure. And we should be going underway in any moment now. We've got 18 drivers so far, is pretty good. So yeah, I personally love Mexico and I think it's going to be a very fun race to watch. We have 4 qualifying and then a 50% race, so strategy is always going to be a part to play, but always the fastest will be the one with the best chance of taking victory. So here we go, everyone now readying up and we'll be going underway just under 20 seconds time. Okay, here we go. I'm assuming, well, it's most likely going to be a dry race today. I will obviously get it checked, but obviously Mexico, even if you don't know much about the track, you can imagine Mexico wouldn't be a track you'd expect much rain, but we'll see. Definitely looking dry for quali anyway. And now we just play the waiting game until the first car comes out on track. Oh, and actually, as the weather forecast has come in, it's going to be a wet start to our race. Not sure if it's going to be continuing for the whole race, but it's definitely be a wet start. So I've actually not jinxed it, I guess, but guessed wrong, and it is going to be a slightly wet race. So that's going to be interesting because, as always with wet races and dry qualifying, it's going to be a question as to whether it's a good idea to go for a wet setup and compromise your qualifying, or whether they might prefer to go for a dry setup and do best in qualifying. I think it all depends on how long they're expecting the rain to last. If it's going to be lasting the whole race, then a wet setup would probably be wise, but if it's only going to be the start, then you might want to go for a dry just to benefit you for the longer periods. But we'll have to see. We've got the Ferrari out first. Once he starts his lap, I'll try and get you the run through of the circuit. In terms of medium tyre runners, looks like 2 in the pits at the moment. We'll have to see if anyone actually decides to come out. But a lot of people seem to be just sticking at the softs, which actually, just thinking about what I said, it because it's a dry race, it will, a wet race, sorry, it will not matter what you qualify on unless, well, no, if it's going to be wet at the start, then qualifying on the softs would be the best choice. Here we go, as the Ferrari of Cholosis comes round onto the very, very long first straight. DRS is partly down here, and yeah, really long, definitely going to be overtake happening here, and some slipstream as well. Here's where our overtake's going to be happening, coming in to turn 1, very, very heavy braking. And then turns 2 and 3, bit of chicane, very technical but not too difficult. And then straight on to our second DRS straight. So this whole sector 1 is really fast and quite long. So into turn 4 now, pretty similar style to 2 and 3, 4 and then 5 here. As we will then move on to the weird double apex hairpin of 6, only technically one corner that one. And then on to sector 2, bit more technical. Turn 7 here, 8, and he's always invalidated there, that's annoying, 9, and then 10 here. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, this part's really difficult. Invalidations are probably going to be happening a lot. This is another DRS straight here, quite short, into turn 12, and then he's not on his lap, we'll carry on. 13 and then 14, 15 are very close indeed. Final one of 16, and then the kind of long turn of 17, which he will slightly miss. He's going to the pits, but unfortunate for the Ferrari driver, that is going to be his lap gone. Let's try and find, Nissan looks like, here we go, about to come round across the line, and he has a 1:17.2 to put on the board at first. We'll see what the other drivers are able to respond to that one. See if we can find someone who's near. I think Snake is here. And a 1:16.1, more than a second quicker there. So yeah, the times are going to be getting quicker and quicker, obviously. And the medium runner, Steele, invalidated. Not sure why he's on the medium. This is going to be a wet race start, but whatever floats your boat, I suppose. I think Deposer is coming around now, and it's a 1:16.4, just below Snake. So yeah, looks like at the moment anyway, a 1:16 is going to be our time to look for. This is only Q1, so times are going to be a bit slower, but at least for now, yeah, 1:16, and I reckon we'll be getting into the 1:15s soon enough, if not in Q1, probably in Q2 and definitely Q3. Jono goes second, 1:16.2. Around here, around the final sector. And just a 1:17.3, a bit slow. Definitely going to have to improve on that. Looks like everyone else is on outlaps, so let's see. Asda comes around for a second lap on a 1:15.7 from the Renault driver, so taking up the pace already, and like I said, definitely getting into the 1:15s now. Whether, well, I mean, that will basically be confirmed quick enough, in my opinion, for the Q1, but that is the fastest he can go. Whether he's still holding back, we'll have to see. I think F1 about to start their lap. There are quite a few, I'm assuming they are X3 / Dev Reserve drivers today, but we've still got our usual Zola, as the Snake, Jono, third, we've been here for quite a while. And as we were discussing last week, if you remember back to USA, in terms of the title fight, Zola is pretty confident leading that one, so he's probably going to be okay. I'll have a quick check of the constructors and see how that's shaping up. And Ferrari are at the top, 305 points, and Mercedes in second with 252. So Mercedes are quite far behind. They can definitely still take it, definitely. As King F1 has to have bought that lap, and to be honest, from what I mean, it's hard to tell. In my opinion, both the Mercedes drivers are very quick. The Ferrari drivers obviously as well. The one in P12, I can't actually pronounce his name. Chulasis, I think it is. He is a reserve, I believe. Steele has been here for a few races, but Ferrari at the moment are just about holding on, but I think we'll have to see in the coming races how that kind of lines up and how it is going to look. And Tome goes fastest with a 1:15.1, so I think the 1:14s are actually going to be possible. Yeah, definitely going to be possible. Zola out on the mediums, and to be honest, I'm just thinking in terms of the tyre choices. Actually, think about it now, it's probably what they're doing is because they know they don't have to use the mediums in Q2. I'm assuming for the quicker drivers like Zola is choosing to use them in Q1 because he knows he can get through with them, and that means he has more softer tyres for Q3, because obviously it doesn't matter for 2 and 3 how many he uses, and that time at the moment, a 1:17.2, isn't the best. He may be going for another one, but he's going to have to be careful. 8 minutes left in the session, so definitely enough time if he does make a mistake. Let's see, I think Torpedo down here is alright. Here we go. We're trying to see how long softs last. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long they lasted, to be honest, but it will be interesting with the wet race, whether if it does dry up, how the swap over period goes, and to whether as weather improves, whether drivers will choose to pit onto soft, mediums or hards. It just really depends how long the race has left, I assume. At least that's what I'd go for, based off of what was really happening in real time. And quite I think the word I'm looking for is, shaky, I guess you could say, from Torpedo going through Sector 2. Being careful not to invalidate, but also just probably losing a lot of time. And yeah, 1:18.1, definitely not what you'd be expecting from him, so he is most likely going to have to be going again. With only having 18 drivers, it does mean that obviously only 3 will be eliminated, so it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it's a wet race, that's what I've been told. I've been told apparently a wet start to the race. I'm hoping I haven't been lied to, but I don't know, that's what I've been told. Make sure, I mean, obviously just make sure you're not looking at the qualifying weather. Just double check. Yeah, dry quali wet race, and dry quali wet start. Yeah, so I believe it is a wet race. If you look in the Discord, someone has confirmed it there, so let's hope. And a lot of people seem to be going out on more older tyres. You can see Nissan on 4 lap old, unarmed on 3 lap old, and yeah, 2 and 3 lap at the front. So definitely everyone's doing a good job of thinking in terms of strategy and thinking about just saving more tyres for the end, because they will have pretty much free choice of whatever tyre they want for the start of the race, because it being wet means they don't have to go on what they were qualifying in Q2, so meaning they can save the better, faster compounds for Q2 and 3. So hopefully it will mean we see a bit of a mixed up grid, as more, no offence, maybe the slower drivers could get a few more laps in. Fading Splash goes P8, that's probably safe for now. Whippy and Steele, the only drivers not yet set a lap. Whippy is on his now. Steele is still in the pits, 4 minutes left, so does need to think about getting out, and Whippy has invalidated, that's a shame. He is either, I think he'll have time to pit and get out, or he'll go around again. We'll have to see.
I'm back.
Hello. If you just include your audio.
Yeah, I just made sure to include my audio.
There we go. Alright, well, we haven't missed too much. It is apparently a wet start to the race, so
yeah,
everyone's going for some interesting tyre choices in qualifying.
Yeah, dry quali, wet start of the race. It's going to be, watch out for that turn 1. It's going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully there's no collisions, but I think there might be a chance of there being a bit of an incident happening there, but we'll have to hope and see.
Any predictions for pole position today?
I don't know, I was speaking about it earlier, I think it's going to be quite interesting because everyone's probably going to have a few more tyres to use, and obviously they don't have to think about going on mediums in Q2. We may see a bit of a different lineup, and it's going to be hard to tell. At the moment, Tom and Waldo obviously at the top, but it being only Q1, it's hard to tell. There's always that with Dev, you never really know. So Zola at the moment hasn't had the best of runs, but we'll have to see. Whippy actually, I don't know if he's going to get a lap in because he's just had to go back in the pits. I don't think he'll have enough time, but honestly I don't know. Do you have any idea?
Let me see. 2 minutes. Jono has started an out lap, I believe, on the soft tires. XRL Steel is out on soft tires too.
Oh, still almost losing the back end. I don't know if that's going to be... I don't know if he's going to have to set a faster time with that slip up now. That's looking a bit dodgy for him.
XRL still about to finish sector number 2. And he made fastest sector 2. Whoa, nice. Let's see if it's enough for him to get through into the Q2.
Ooh.
Oh, a little bit of wheel spin there. Lost some traction. He just makes it.
Yeah, only just. He's got Torpedo on a lap. Whippy is on an out lap, but I don't think he's going to make it around.
No,
he's got 30 seconds.
It won't be enough.
No, so at the moment Torpedo is the only one who can push him out. This is going to be his only chance. Let's hope he doesn't invalidate here. All good. We'll see if he comes across the sector.
He's 1 second faster.
Up by 1.4 seconds. Yeah. That will put him ahead, so I think, unless he messes up in this final sector, I think he may be pushing Seal down. Yeah, there we go, Steel. Unfortunately down. He is out, but definitely not on the lap, is he?
It's not a bad time. It's not a bad time for Steel. 1:17.4.
Yeah, no, I mean with a
almost made it
start, anything can happen. So,
yeah.
I mean, maybe starting down the back could be a blessing if there's any incidents, but we'll have to wait really.
Jono in P1, Q1, very nice time, 1/10 of a second. Ahead from Tom. Fine Wildo, King F1. This is a new driver, right? King F1? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we have quite a few new guys in today.
Some real strategies today. XRL Sola did his fastest lap in the medium tire. The only driver that did his fast lap in the medium tire made a 1:16.7 with the medium tire. That's good strategy because if it's going to be a wet start, you will need your soft tires for the Q2. And Q3, and
Yeah,
you will have a lot of sets for the Q3 also if you get through.
Yeah, I think he was the only one who did that. I'm not sure, but he's quite good at making good strategy calls. So he's definitely another good one there.
Yeah. Drivers knocked out in this session: XRL Steel, P16, LV6 Piston, P17, and XRL Whippy. This is a surprise. Maybe he did not have enough time to make a hot lap. P18 XRL Whippy.
Yeah, I think he just invalidated mainly in that sector 2 spot, but that's really unfortunate for him.
Yeah, we had a lot of invalidated laps, just not. There is not even one grid penalty, so it's okay. It's been quite clean so far.
Right, here we go. Into Q2. A bit more serious now. Everyone really needs to start going a bit quicker. A few people putting on mediums actually. King F1 and Wild Nissan at the moment.
Drivers on medium tires?
Yeah.
Why? Did they miss the
Not
memo?
Sure. Yeah. It's a weird choice, but
both new drivers probably didn't watch or didn't pay attention to the weather, or maybe they just want to see if they can make it. But right now you can go on soft tire and still you're going to have a wet start, so. Poser saying in the chat, I had about 7 laps on softs, only 40%. Holy man. Hopefully it's not a replay of Japan for me. It's not so bad rain. Oh no, we have rain for Q3, I think. Oh, rain for Q3, that's exciting. That would be nice.
Yeah, let's hope it's not as bad as Japan. I believe, from what I can remember, he just had little practice and spun out a lot. So let's hope it's not that bad for you. Alright, here we go. Asda is going to be the first one to start a lap. Well, actually, someone is that? I think Snake may have got ahead of him. Yeah, Snake is actually going to be the first one to start a lap now.
XRL Snake is a very good driver. He's clean. He's a very clean driver. If he doesn't get into incidents, he can get a very good result today.
Yeah, definitely one of the ones to watch out for.
Yeah. We have XRL.
Yeah.
We have XRL as
the
XRL as in his fast lap. He's in the Renault. His helmet. Watch his helmet. It's like a yellow helmet, very similar to his real life helmet. He's a kart driver. He's looking for a championship to be in, and he gets a 1:15.6 in his first time lap. XRL Snake driving with a very Mexican helmet colors with those green, white, and red. Very nice. King F1 1:16.3 with the medium tires, not bad. Most important for all drivers, all new drivers in XRL, you don't need to be fast to win a race, you need to be clean, basically. To finish the race, I mean. And by finishing the race, you can get into points sometimes. We have had some races that we have a lot of DNFs, and only staying away from incidents, you can get into points and score. What we look for in drivers is that they are clean drivers. You know, they respect the rules, they respect blue flags, all those little things that make the community fun and the race is enjoyable. That's what we look in new drivers, and let's see if these guys today have these skills. XRL Torpedo about to start his hot lap.
Yeah, I think it's important because if you're in a lap 1 turn 1, for example, you can end your race there, or you can hang back a bit, and yes, you may lose a position or two, but if you can keep your wing intact, try and stack with penalties, then quite often you're able to catch people up just because they're damaged by penalties. So really, just if you're clean, you have a very good chance of doing well.
Yeah, exactly. Even get a podium, you know. You can even get a podium by not getting any penalties. Imagine this scenario. Safety car, last 3 laps. Okay. You are P6, no penalties, everyone in front of you has penalties, you're definitely getting a podium. Because it's only 3 laps. They cannot get a very big gap, you know? So those kind of things can happen.
Yeah, that's happened a lot of times already. Well, from what I can remember the most, not that he's a bad driver, but Zola, who's quick, but unfortunately quite often gets some penalties. I think you hit this one, the Singapore race we had. He was set for a podium, and just because of his penalties, he dropped out. He was more than fast enough, but because he had so many time penalties, he unfortunately, I believe, got P4 or something. So
I remember Singapore. Yeah.
Always, if you're on pretty much any race, really.
That was the scenario, right? There was the safety car.
Yeah.
At the end. Yeah. Something happened, I remember. Problem is, look at turn 1.
The whole of sector 1 really is.
Yeah. Good thing is you need to move if you're not in a hot lap. Just move from the racing line, and everything will be fine. Fine Waldo with a 1:14.9, stepping into the 14s.
Deposer, who has gone 3 laps on his softs already, was pretty impressive on 15.5. He is now on P4. Everyone has set a time. Wild Nissan, his time, I think you could safely say, isn't the best, so he is on another lap now to try and improve that.
Three-lap-old soft tires. I think he's going back into the pits. He should be. You cannot make a faster time with 3 laps all tires. Maybe you don't have enough fuel, but there's no fuel indicator flashing in on his telemetry. We'll see.
King F1 goes P2 with a 1:15.0, almost getting into the 1:14. Only Find Waldo's managed to do that at the moment. A 1:14.982, so very close to 1:15. He's just
Very,
about
very
done that, so
You cannot even see that
I
difference.
guess in Q3 we'll have to see, but
Yeah. That difference between P1 and P2 is your eye cannot see it. It happens in an instant.
yeah.
It's just one exit of a corner, one good traction exit of a corner, and that's a difference, no? Or maybe
Yeah.
a half second activation of a DRS, Sometimes people miss it.
Yeah. Speaking of traction, Zola had to abandon his lap after he almost spun coming out of turn 16 near the end, so he's having to go into pits just over 5 minutes left, so more than enough time to get back out.
Yeah. Turn 16 in Mexico is very. You need to be careful on the throttle there because you can get a spin. Remember, you can get into an incident there. Valtteri Bottas did in 2019. Remember in the qualifying session, he crashed into the wall,
I remember that one.
and Max Verstappen said, "Oh yeah, I didn't lift off." Remember? And he got a penalty.
Yeah, he got his lap
invalidated.
I remember that one.
He was like, yeah, I was full throttle. I don't care.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, hey, don't say me I was not on full throttle. Of course I was. Yeah, at least he was honest. But yeah, he still counts that as a pole position for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that last few corners, it's obviously in the game it's not serious, but yeah, it's quite tight, and if you do go off,
yeah,
it can be quite dangerous. And yeah, you see with Tome, you get very close to the wall. And speaking of Tome, a 1:14.7, much quicker. He goes at the top.
Very nice.
Of Q2.
Very nice for Tom. This should be his second set of tires, right? Yeah, second set of tires. I'm surprised XRL Jonah is in P1. Is in P8. He was P1 last session in Q1. Let's see if he goes out for another lap or he will stay. The difference between him and getting knocked out, it's almost 0.7 of a second. XRL Sola is right now in his out lap. He's about to start his hot lap. This sector right now, the Forosol, it's how it's called in Mexico. The last section. It's one of the most exciting sections of the track when you're going when you're going to the Mexican GP in real life. It's where the podium is, where the DJ plays after the race, and it's where the party is.
Yeah.
I found out in this section, so where Sola is the stadium section, you need to go to second gear to do the turn, and then change to third gear to get some more traction, so you don't get you don't get the wheel spin that the second gear gives you, and you can get a better exit, and you can gain a lot of time there during in the race. That sector 2 is a very good section for to get away or to make a gap with race pace. Let's see how he does it in the qualifying session. He gets P10, just makes it out of Q2. We still have XRL Torpedo in his hot lap. Wild Nissan GTR with a 123. I believe he got that, but did not try or got invalidated or something, because that's not.
Yeah, you have to back out.
Yeah. He's about to finish his hot lap. Ooh, almost did a Valtteri Bottas there. 118 for Wild Nissan GTR. I believe he's a new driver. We'll see how he does in the race. But as of right now, he's P15. He should be, if he got through Q1, he should be able to make a 115 or something. Because remember the Q1 P16 was 116. It was still. Yeah. So I think he can improve at least 2 seconds from this time.
VPOS are saying rain in 30 minutes, so shouldn't be in Q3. Maybe right at the end, but I doubt it. It will be raining in Q3. It is getting cloudy, but 30 minutes would definitely be after. Here we go, Zola, currently in P10. Oh, yeah, he seems to be struggling with traction here. Comes across the line in running mode. He goes P8, so fairly safe for now, as Torpedo has had to, whatever he is, invalidate those laps. So that's pretty much it then. That is it for.
That's it.
Q2. I mean, it's hard to tell with these guys being quite new, but a little surprised about Torpedo there. I think he did invalidate his final hot lap, so.
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Some issue there.
While this is GTR, you know, it's if this is his first race, I'm not sure if it is. P15 is a very good spot to start, you know, because in turn 1, the most important thing is keep it clean during the first 3 laps. If you survive the first 3 laps, there's a very good possibility for you to get a very good result. You know, because soft tires, well, it's going to be wet, so that can be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, well, I mean, from when I've raced here and in other tracks, especially when it's wet, if you just try and stick back, brake a little earlier, you can often even get a few positions just from people trying to make a dodgy move, losing damage. So I reckon some of these guys down the back, some of them may even gain, 5 places, but we'll have to see when it comes to the race start. But moving on to Q3 now, so everyone's starting to get very quick, and we can finally see who's going to be taking pole position.
Pole position.
And, I think it's raining.
Rain!
It is. That's definitely.
Some
It
people
looks
say
very light.
rain is, yeah, it's very light. It might get to dry because it
Well,
looks
people
very
don't.
very
It
dry.
looks like at the moment everyone's on the softs in the pit lane. So there's a
Soft
fast. Oh
tires.
no, Alfa Romeo coming up. Yeah.
They need
I
to
guess
make
it
they
must
need to
not
make
be
a
light.
lap ASAP.
Yeah, definitely. That probably is actually going to be. I mean, it might make it quite uneventful, but it may mean that you can only get a good lap in at the start.
Oh, Posser in the medium tires.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, that's interesting.
If rain it gets worse, this is the only chance they have, to make the lap.
Yeah.
And this could decide the qualifying session just this lap, this hot lap. It could be. We'll see.
Oh, no, I was going to say about his lap, but it is an outlapse. Doesn't matter, but it may be a sign of. You can see here on board with King F1, he's really pushing, probably so he can try and get it as dry as possible. Because usually you wouldn't see people push this hard on outlap. Right, here we go. This may be the only chance for these guys to set a lap, so they have to do it. XRL Snake, interestingly, is in the pits still. So I'm not sure what his plan is, but I don't know if it's going to be a good one.
Predictions for pole position. What do you think?
I think. I mean, I was going to say Snake to be honest, but he's in the pits, so I don't know really. Jono was looking quick in Q1. He did have a bit of a shambles in Q2, so he may be an option. Fine Waldo as well, actually. I think he has a good chance. And King F1, who we're on board with now, he's looking quite quick, so I reckon maybe one of those guys.
Yeah,
Really anyone,
I think I'm going for either Jonah or Tom. They perform very good in Q1, but we'll see. King F1 can make a surprise.
Yeah, we'll see in a moment as he comes around the final two corners. And 1:16.2. I don't think that's going to be quick enough, although it may be slower because of the wet. I don't know, but if it was drier, that definitely would be quick enough. And Zola 1:16.8, so maybe. Waldo with a 1:16.3, so looking good. Jono a 1:16.5. Maybe King F1 has had a good lap, and I just completely dissed it. Judy and Asta not having a great lap. Towing with a 1:15.9, much quicker there. Now we've only got Eposa and Snake left. See what they can do. Snake on the mediums. We'll see whether that was a good decision. I don't think it is. And they're now at 1:18. That is definitely not quick enough. Snake has just started his lap, so we'll have to see if he's left it too late.
$159 for Tom. Remember, pole position in Q2 was 1:14.8, if I don't make a mistake. I think so, right? Ooh, the track is starting to be slippery. So this could be it. Let's see, Constant Jet. Constant Jet is a very good driver too. He can make a surprise. People going into the pits.
Right, XRL Snake. Let's see what he's able to do. A 1:18.4.
Yeah, 1:18.
That is.
That means the track is getting slippery.
I mean, that might be it. I think, honestly, that might be it. We'll have to see, because, I mean, it definitely doesn't look like it's going to be drying up, but that might be pretty much the end to a fairly uneventful qualifying, as Zola, I think he's retired in the pits, so he definitely thinks it's the end.
Sector 1, XRL Snake, Sector 1, he just did it faster. By 3/10 only. By 300s, I mean. Let's see if it's enough. Nah, the S's are going to be terrible with this.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1/10 faster, so it's still not that wet. Respect to King F1 there that he moved from the racing line. Very good. Snake yielded and he's going into the pits. Balls are already in the inters, but inters are not going to be that fast. You know, inters are not going to be faster than 115. That's the problem. They had one chance, and I think qualifying session is going to end like this.
Yeah, and with the Discord has said it was basically one-shot qualifying, and it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
Two people, I mean, yeah, these two are still going out, but it's looking unlikely. And VPOS are actually, if you are still in the chat, I know you've spoken a lot. If you want to say why you went on the mediums, feel free, because I mean, it was an interesting choice. It unfortunately didn't work out, but yeah, I think unfortunately that is going to be the end of it for everyone.
Yep. XRL has just had a spin. Yeah, track is wet now. It's not, nothing's moving now. One shot qualifying, as he said. Wet start. It's going to be crazy, man.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's hope we don't have a wreckfest on turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on safety cars? Do you think there's going to be one?
At least one. Lap 1, I'm not sure, but there's going to be at least one. The S's are very tricky and it's wet.
Yeah,
People bin it in the SS in a dry, you know? In a dry race, they bin it, and in the wet, that's going to multiply by 2. So,
yeah, definitely.
There's definitely going to be 1 or 2 safety cars. In XNA, the race that happens on Wednesdays, North American times, we had 2 safety cars. I was doing a fantastic race, but safety cars fucked me. I'm sorry for the bad word. Ruined my race, I mean. Yeah, I got a P6. I got a P6 finish, but I was top 3 during all the race, just onto the safety car. So, and it was so dry. We had a wet quali, but a dry race, and most people binned it in the guys that provoked the safety cars binned it in the ESS. That's what I mean. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going out. Maybe just for a bit of practice, but it's definitely not dry enough for another lap.
Oh, people in the chat saying definitely for Cesar normally. No, I don't spin it normally. I just spin it in Spa. I know who you are.
And VPOS are going very off the track.
Any predictions for the race winner in the chat, guys? Let us know in the chat if you have any predictions for the race winner today. Remember, it's a wet start. We have some new drivers. I can see King F1 winning this race. I can see Jono winning this race. I can see Tom. I can see Sola if he gets out of incidents. Even Tudi or us that they can win this race. Depends. It all depends on the incidents. A wet race is always unpredictable. So let's see how it goes.
Well, be interesting to see. I'm not exactly sure the exact weather. Obviously, I know it's definitely a wet start, but I don't know what the weather is like in terms of how long the rain's going to last. But if the rain does start to go away, always the crossover period where you kind of have to judge when to pit. That usually can make or break your race. Really, if you pit too early or pit too late, then it can be a real bummer.
I'm asking right now.
I know, I think, there we go, that is it then for qualifying. So, a pretty anticlimactic Q3, but XRL Tome on pole position, King F1 not far behind, and then Find Waldo in P3, so an interesting top few, but we'll have to see what happens at the race start and if any of these guys fall or gain those positions, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I've been told right now that the session is going to be wet. It's going to be a wet start of the race, and between 20 minutes, it's going to get dry. But you know,
Okay.
but you know this game.
Yeah, that's
Game can
quite
tell
often.
that, and then you get a lightning storm and all that.
We are going to be having a minute silence for Adrian Campos. I'm sure you're all aware, but he
Yep.
sadly passed away, so we'll be having a minute silence
Okay.
for the race. I think I'm not sure when that starts, but I'll let you know. Obviously, just no typing in chat or anything.
Okay. And I believe that's the minute of silence for Adrian Campos Suñer. He passed away, and he was an F1 driver, Spanish driver, and founder of Campos Racing, F2 team. I believe it's also an F3 team, I'm not sure. He was president and CEO of the team. And now we go back to our Mexican Grand Prix of Extreme Development League. The Mexican Grand Prix has been held 20 times in this Autódromo Hermano Rodriguez in the Mexico City. First edition was 1962, and the last one to happen was 2019. 2020 we did not have a Mexican Grand Prix because of COVID. We hope we get it this year, 2021. To be honest, I don't think it's going to happen, but hopefully it happens. Most wins in the Mexican GP, it's the record is for Jim Clark with 3 wins, and the constructors it's Lotus with 4 wins. This is, I don't know, this is crazy. Pole position in 2019 was Charles Leclerc with 1:15.0. And fastest lap, the lap record was 1:19.232 in lap 53 of the 2019 edition of the Grand Prix. It's called Hermanos Rodriguez because in honor to the Mexican drivers, the Rodriguez brothers, and to be honest, it's a very fun. It's been called the best Grand Prix in 3 editions: 2019, 2018, 2017. From the FIA, the best event of Formula One, and I'm very proud of that. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Session starting in 30 seconds.
Here we go. Looking very wet, I think. I think intermediates, I'm assuming, will be what everyone goes for, but yeah, it's definitely raining, we can say that.
Yeah, intermediates definitely. Let's see how they do.
VPOs are very excited for the start, but here we go. Let's hope we get a nice camera angle. Yeah, we go. The lights starting to come on. And it's lights out and we are underway here at Wet Mexico, and a very slow start as you'd expect in the rain. It looks like King F1 has got a really good start. He's lining up alongside Tome. Is he going to make a move going into turn 1? A long run up to the first corner. Let's see. He has the inside line. Braking quite late. They touch wheels a bit there. I think he's got it though. King F1 up into the lead, and down the back it actually looks like a pretty clean start for everyone.
I think I see damage in Jono's front wing.
I spoke too soon. Virtual safety car is out.
VSC out. Okay, this is good. This virtual safety car will make it. Oh, look at this predicted pit stop, 2 stops or 3 stops for interns, all the way to the end. Yeah, a 3 stop. Well, man, you lose a lot of time there. I hope they don't do it. Virtual safety car came out just to chill the drivers, you know. Very good, very good. Very clean so far.
Yeah, I can see damage definitely on the Racing Point in last. I'm not sure about the Renault, but no one is permanently out, which is very nice to see. And as we are now going green, King F1 had an amazing start, and he is now up into P1. So we'll definitely be happy. Tone just about managing to stick in P2. The 2 Mercedes actually and the 2 Williams, in terms of constructors, are looking very good.
Yeah.
We've got a yellow flag. Ooh, Vpoza. Vpoza looks like he's gone round. That's really unfortunate. Especially seeing as he was talking about hoping he'd have a good race. That is
well, he can still have a good race. Remember Checo Perez in Sakir GP.
Yeah.
He went to
Oh,
P last and
definitely.
then won the race. So this can still happen.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I
Yeah,
guess the only difference is
there's a
it
possibility,
wasn't
but
equal
maybe
cars
not
back then.
probable. King F1 with fastest sector 1. He's starting
I
to build
think,
that gap. Look at 1.5
yeah,
gap
wow,
right now.
that's... Thing is, without... oh, and actually, who's that? Jono goes... He just completely oversteered there. And he's not spun, but he's down into P11 now. That's annoying. I think he's
He
maybe
lost
going to try and
his
take P10.
he lost his right end plate.
Oh, yeah, he has. That's unfortunate.
Jono was my teammate in the 24 hours of Daytona on iRacing last weekend.
Oh,
Last
yeah, I remember watching that.
2 weekends before, I think.
Yeah, that was...
It
I
was
didn't
fun.
watch the whole 24 hours, but
No.
I watched quite a bit, and it was quite good, especially at the end.
Yeah, it was fun. In the end, it was a little bit crazy with all that drive-through penalties we got, but yeah. It was fun. KF1 with fastest lap so far, building the gap 1.8. Very good.
And Jono into the pit, takes that wing, and it's looking... You would expect it quite difficult to overtake, but actually I think Herbie and Unarmed Drake now are having a little battle. Herbie has looked to come out on top, but yeah, no DRS obviously in the wet, so it may be a little bit more difficult to overtake than usual.
Yeah. In the main straight of Mexico, before turn 1, it's a long straight, but you still need that DRS, you know? Unless you have a very good exit and the car in front of you has a terrible exit, unless that happens, you're not going to get the overtake just by your battery and your engine. You might get it with a new tire or something, but you definitely need DRS to make it a safe overtake. Look at XRL Steel right now. He's P13. He started P17, I believe. Fighting with Posser for the position. Very good. And just look to King F1. That gap, 2.7.
Yeah,
He's gaining a second per lap. It's
I
crazy.
reckon he is certainly one who is quicker in the wet. No, not quicker in the wet, obviously, but in terms of the other drivers, quicker in the wet than in the dry. So
Yeah. Also,
he's probably
Sola
happy
is catching.
with how it's going.
Sola is catching Tom.
Yeah,
I
he is.
believe they need to swap positions because maybe Sola is being faster than Tom in the wet. So we'll see if they get to swap positions or they will keep it that way.
So, Snake with the fastest lap.
Nice.
So where is Snake? Snake's down in 16th. So I think he must have been caught up in an incident because he is 12 seconds behind. So.
Trollsy 420 on P15 just got off track in turn 2. He got a lot of throttle, so he spun right after the turn 3. Yeah, that was a wheel spin that caused that spin.
And Jebus John, is it wet or race? We believe it's meant to be drying up around 20 to 30 minutes in, but we never really know. So it might be, but it quite possibly will be drying up come kind of late stages of the race.
Yeah, we never know. This game can tell you it's going to rain for all the race, and then suddenly the sun comes out. That's a good thing. I like
Williams,
that, to be honest.
Williams getting really close. Constant Jet, he's so close. Just about not close enough though.
You know,
on the inside.
Dev League is two test drivers, but it's also a championship. So if you're in the same team, and the guy behind you is faster than you, swap positions and go for the points. Go for a constructors championship.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about championships in qualifying, I believe you weren't there. We were talking about, I was talking about the championship. Zola is, I believe, leading the drivers one. I think mainly just because he's turned up and had some good clean races. He's pretty much really far ahead. He is, I need to do some maths here, about 70 points ahead of Rahul behind him, so I'm pretty sure he's got that confirmed. I'm not sure about the maths, but he definitely is looking good. But in terms of constructors, Ferrari and Mercedes are about 50 points in between them, and at the moment Mercedes are doing a lot better than Ferrari, so something could happen. We'll have to see, but definitely a small chance of it happening.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. They don't just look at Ferrari right now. P18, Chelsea, that's no points. XRL Steel, P12, he can get into points. XRL Steel has been improving a lot, and he can get into the points today, and that can help the Ferrari to get the Constructors' Championship. But look at these two Mercedes, P2 and P3. You know, Sola
looking really good.
Sola is unlucky sometimes. He sometimes his teammates like to hit him or make contact. So it's going to be something we should be watching for. B poster getting yeah.
Oh, he's got quite a bit of wing damage there. And about the Mercedes, because I think the main reason they're starting to come back and doing so well is just simply because they've both turned up, and pretty much every race both their drivers have turned up and done well, so that's really the main reason that they're doing well at the moment.
Yeah, that's something good in these kind of races. If you turn up, you can get into the points. If you don't turn up, you don't get any points. It's obvious.
Yeah.
So if you are really competing for the championship, you need to turn up. I'm doing the math right now for Sola to see if he still has it. It's 73 points. Rahul is not here. I believe he has won the championship already.
Yeah, and all tome with the first time penalty of the session of 3 seconds for him. So that's, well, technically that means he'll be losing a few positions, but well, obviously he'll probably change once we come near the end of the race, but that may not be good for him near the end. Another yellow flag. I think it's the Ferrari who I have. Oh, the Ferrari goes off, and Wild Nissan, as he's lapping him, goes completely into the back of him, and he's out. And safety car. That was very unexpected, but yeah, literally the Ferrari of Chelsea, I think that's how you say his name. He came back on the track, and Nissan just couldn't do anything. Straight
and unsafe rejoin there. Yep.
Yeah, that is. Oh, I mean, that was so unfortunate for it. He was literally lapping it. It wasn't even a battle, That's really annoying. And I think, yeah, all the top guys into the pits now, onto some fresh inters, but an unexpected safety car, but it is a safety car anyway, so.
Yep.
Everyone's gonna have to slow down a bit now, and I'll just wait until it's over.
This wasn't luck. Meanwhile, we are in the safety car. I want to tell you about our sponsors in XRL. We have ANSA 3D. There you can get 3D tracks, 3D printed steering wheels for the Logitech steering wheel. The 3D printed mods. You can have the personalized, customized 3D printed with the logo of your own, or the logo you most like Red Bull, McLaren. You can have any of those. You can even have an extreme racing wheel, and 3D printed tracks of all F1 tracks, of all most famous F1 tracks. And we have a new sponsor. It's called One Tap. They are, it's a designer firm, something like that. They do liveries for uh, Assetto Corsa or iRacing on PC, and they can also do stream overlays, logo designs, and any kind of design you want to make. There, we have some discounts with them. We also have CD keys. CD keys, you can get some. We post some links in the sponsors page of the Discord. There's a section about uh, daily deals you can get in CD keys. If you click on those links, you can help the league by purchasing some games from CD keys on a low price. And I think that's all. A little commercial here. It's going to be interesting how constant to the unarmed Drake, the drivers that did not pit, are going to make it after in the restart, you know? Because we also have, look at this, XRL still P7. He did not pit, XRL Torpedo did not pit. I'm intrigued, like, how fast are they going to be, the drivers that pit? The ones that pitted for the new tires. How fast? What's the difference going to be between the 0 lap old Inters and the 8 lap old Interns? We'll see. I'll be right back.
So the safety car usually, well, be coming in once everyone's caught up, so we may be waiting a little bit more time, but should be in fairly soon. Alright, here we go. Safety car coming in this lap, so Constant Jet in the Williams is going to be leading this one as he now starts to back up the pack. There we go, back up the pack, and we can get it underway. Let's hope for a clean restart. Here we go. Got a very good
Let's go.
restart. 1 second ahead already.
Yeah.
And I think that's slow for the point. There you go. So yeah.
Stopping the guys behind to, he did it very clean. Let's see turn one.
Here we go. Unarmed.
The
Drake
alphas.
on XRL 2D. Oh, VPOSer is out. As there's a collision down the back, and they weren't even on the restart. They were behind. If you look on the minimap in the middle right, yeah, they weren't even at the safety car restart. I think that must have been on his own.
What was this? XRL still in the medium tire. Keep going for it. It stopped raining. No, it's still raining. It's weird. He went for the medium tire.
Let's really quickly go back. Let's see how he's doing in terms of traction as he comes into this corner. Oh, he's looking at... Oh, no, that definitely doesn't look dry enough.
No, right. Too early.
That Zola got coming to, I thought. And everyone is so close here. I reckon if we had DRS, everyone would be making moves. But at the moment, I mean, there's what, a P5 all the way down to P13 all within a second. So a massive train happening here.
Look at this. Tom going for it, for the pits.
Oh yeah.
Sola staying out. Going for the overtake on Waldo. Gets the inside. He's going to send it. Let's see if Waldo... Yeah. Waldo yields. Oh no, he doesn't yield. They go side by side, wheel to wheel. Very good overtake from XRL Sola. And now XRL Heavy getting the position from Waldo. Let's see if Waldo is going to go for the late break. No, Waldo waits patiently. They go wheel to wheel. Sector 2, wheel to wheel. XRL Heavy and find Waldo. This is amazing. Great fight. Torpedo once apart in this. Herbie gets in front of Waldo. But Waldo, he just lost 2 positions there.
Yeah, it looks like for that kind of turn 4, 5 and 6 you actually want to be going on the outside coming into turn 4, because it means that you can have the inside for the next 2.
Exactly. And look at her, Whippy, XRL Whippy, P10, he was P20 in quali. Very good. XRL still going for the medium tire. Rain stopped, but it was too early. He might get the. It's going to be dry soon. Rain has stopped. Oh no, still just not enough. Not dry enough for the medium tires.
Whippy tried to go down the inside of XRL Snake, but unfortunately he just couldn't make the move done, so he's had to concede that. But yeah, like you said, drying up, so usually you have to wait quite a few laps for it to be properly dry.
Yeah, but, because you like, for example, look at Whippy, you can still see some wet coming from XRL Snake tires, the rears.
Yeah.
Starting to be slippery for drivers.
Oh, and at the front, Constant Jet has, I think, has he gone on the pits? So, I'm assuming it be dries. Let's have a look. It looks, oh no, he's gone to another pair of intermediates. That is an interesting choice.
going for the hard tire. XRL steel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting dry.
Yeah, I don't know why Constantjet pitted onto the. I guess maybe his old inters were too worn, but I don't know. Weird, really weird strategy.
Very weird strategy. I don't think it's. Just look at the track. It's going to be dry in a couple, 2 to 3 laps. There's no rain anymore.
Oh, and Zola drifting around the corner. That's lost him a lot of time.
King F1 is back to the top. XRL Steel going 1 lap behind right now. More than 1 lap from
into the
P15.
pits.
Let's see what he's going to do, mediums or softs? Mediums for Sola.
Mediums. And all 2D, XRL 2D going down the inside of unarmed Drake. Has he got it done? I don't think so, no, he's had to concede that one for now.
Very clean. My
Yeah,
opinion.
really clean from most people today, actually. And XRL 2D has been overtaken by Juan Waldo for P4, and not surprised actually. 14 lap old intermediates are probably starting to go, especially as it's getting a little bit dry. And it is into the pits for the AlphaTauri. We'll see where they'll go for mediums. I think mediums seem to be the favourite choice for now. There's quite a few people going to the pits. And oh no, another pair of inters. Another pair of inters actually for.
You know, inters are still the
drivers.
fastest tire.
So yeah, new inters for XRL 2 and XRL Snake, but new hards for XRL Whippy. So really interesting in terms of tyres, what everyone's going for. In my opinion, it looks dry enough for drives.
Yeah.
There's very little spray coming off the back of the cars now.
Yeah, I think it's time to swap tires. Let's see how Sola and Whippy do it right now. Ooh, Whippy going. Sola is being faster than Whippy right now. Sola, ooh, nice, very nice overtake from Sola, going late on the brakes.
Oh, that was really nice.
Yeah. Oh man, that was class. I hope you got that in the stream.
I did.
Nice.
DRS is enabled, which
Oh yeah, that's
pretty much
leaks
means
now.
it's dry.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone, well, most people at the top, all going into the pits now. Softs for Herbie, mediums, hards seem to be the favourite ones. Only one driver on softs at the moment.
You're in lap 17. If you put on a medium tire, you can end the race with this.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a Ferrari of Steel, who is actually being lapped. I think he's being lapped by everyone, including Whippy.
Yeah, the problem is he went too early into the medium tires. Remember?
Yeah.
It was too early. It was a gamble. And Campbell didn't pay back. So if you can still, there can be more incidents. As down 11 lap old intermediates, he needs to get into the pits ASAP.
Yeah, I think all these top three will be going in this lap. Yeah, on board with Fading Splash. He is really wobbly. Going through sector 2. Oh, really late braking out. And there we go, yeah, into the pits for everyone now, onto the the dry tyres.
King F1 doing a fantastic race, but XRL is in the soft tire. Problem is, soft tires only last for 10 laps, so it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
He's praying. I believe Herbie is praying for another safety car because there's no way he can get a. He's going to lose another 20 seconds when the pit stop. If he catches King F1, he still has to make a gap for him to pit again, because soft tire are not going to get into the end of the race. It's just not possible.
Jono with a move on Fading Splash, and he basically went off the track to make that move. I don't think he got a penalty though, so it's obviously fair, but that was quite good. Constant chat, Sterling past XRL Whoopie there. Yeah, DRS now, it's definitely a lot easier to overtake. I have to go and get my laptop charger, so I'll be back with you in one moment.
Herbie with the fastest lap of the race right now. Gap is 1.5, but still, he needs to beat Jono with fastest lap of the race, 119.
I'm back, and torpedo getting very close to XRL time.
Yep, they're fighting for it. What happened to us? Oh, he's fighting Fading Splash. Azza lost the position, and he tries to get it back. They go side by side. Oh yes, the watch out here. Okay, nice. He had. Okay, see, Azza yielded in there. Fading Splash got a penalty, and now Asda gets the position back because of fading splash. He was not in a very good line in the SS. That's very important in the SS. If you get the racing line as it should be, you can be much more faster than the guy in front if he doesn't.
Yeah, just patience really.
Yeah,
Is
patience.
key. And Jono on Torpedo, and I think with DRS, Jono's going to get him before the corner, and yeah, he is.
Adelante, por favor. Gracias. Mi compromiso es contigo.
So Lapiten keeping the gap with fading splash right now. He's in the hard tire. Sola with the medium tire, he can destroy that gap within 2-3 laps. We'll see if he can make it. XRL Whippy going for the overtake with constant jet. He has DRS. I don't think he's going to be close for that, but maybe he can go in this next section. Whippy on a hard tire, better exit, much better. Yeah, he's going to get it. DRS. Constant. Oh, Whippy. That could be off track. I don't know. Illegal overtake. I'm not sure. Look at Still, he's 1 lap behind. Okay, he's 1 lap behind, but he doesn't quit. This is very good. Some drivers just get into an incident and they just quit. That is very good from him. Like, I respect that. You know, there are no quitters, and most people will, you know, see, okay, I'm being lapped, I don't care. No, he's still driving, he's still going for it.
And Asda making pretty easy work of XRL Torpedo. Let's have a look at penalties quickly. 9 seconds for XRL Herbie, and Find Water is actually catching up quickly. So at the moment, Herbie's technically in P3, so he's going to have to watch out. A lot of penalties in the middle.
Yeah.
So there's a few. Ooh, and that Herbie into the pits.
Yeah, he noticed he was not going to be available. He needs to put a soft, so if he puts medium, it's about goal. Oh, he's going for the mediums, yeah. Unless he doesn't have any extra soft tires. I believe the call here was go for the soft. Soft can take you 10 laps. Oh, it was not going to be enough. Maybe mediums are the right choice. Yeah.
Oh, Zola just about making the move on Herbie as he comes out the pit lane. Hitting Splash, getting quite close to Torpedo with DRS. He's going to have to go down the inside. Turn 4, I believe this is. Has he done it? Oh, I don't think he has. Not quite, as Torpedo's going to have the next line. And actually, Fading Splash, he does get a penalty in doing so, but takes the outside line, and just manages to get ahead.
Very good from Fading Splash. Just that penalty can affect him in the end of the race. Torpedo is now 3 seconds behind him, in front of him. I mean, because of that penalty. But let's see how this ends. We still have 11 laps to go.
XRL Tome getting close to Unarmed Drake now. He is on the soft, so he is technically on the faster tyre, although they will be coming to the end of their life within the coming laps.
Yep.
As he pulls alongside, and he has got that move pretty easily there.
Fine Waldo is right now the leader of the race with no penalties. And if he can keep the gap to King F1, he has 6 seconds, so he needs to be 6 seconds, at least 5.9 seconds behind him to get the win. This is a unexpected win. I didn't think this could happen. But as I said before, when it's a wet race, anything can happen. Oh, extra heavy and extra snake.
Ooh.
I think Harvey got into an incident there and lost a couple positions. Fine Waldo getting close on the DRS of King F1 right now. He's probably going to go for it on the second sector of DRS. I don't think it's going to be close. Let's see. The exit, very good exit from Fine Waldo. Not going to be enough, but it was a very good exit. Oh, and there's a collision in the stadium section on the Photosol. Torpedo Berkin just decides to wait. He cannot move. You need to move up out of there. Is he stuck or something?
That must... Oh, is he...
Oh, he's in the racing line. You need to move, man.
Oh no. Just, gee, I don't know what happened there. He couldn't move, but he's just about being avoided there. That was really close.
That was unlucky from Torpedo. Fine Waldo now 0.5 of a second behind King F1. He's going to have DRS again. But now it's going to be closer. King F1 going for the right side, defending. It's not going to be enough, I believe.
No, he's
Fine Waldo
actually
still
not
has a
making
lot
it.
of ERS, and King F1 has no ERS to defend. Let's see how it goes.
Actually, King F1 on 6 seconds of penalties versus Fine Waldo on 0 seconds.
Yeah.
It's going to be dropping down, so it may be a wise idea for Waldo just to kind of not back off, but not go as aggressive.
Try to save your tires. You know. Try to save your tires. Just keep it within a second. Try to save your ERS. You have
basically he's got everything really. He's got fresher tyres, more ERS, less penalties. So on pen and paper, he should have this race win really.
Yeah.
But anything can happen.
No mistakes. King F1 makes a very good exit of turn 16, and that's why Fine Waldo is not in the possibility of getting him in the DRS straight. I just saw Fine Waldo exiting the turn 16 at 4th gear. You know, in that turn, you might want to get a little bit extra grip or extra power going or exiting the turn in third gear, not fourth, because fourth can take a little bit more. You will get more grip, that's true, but you will get less power. So maybe if he does that, he can make it.
Yeah.
Goes for a better line in the SS, DRS. Excellent DRS management from Fine Waldo. Look at his telemetry. He's going to go for the fourth gear, and the exit goes. Yeah, I think it's you get the grip, but you don't get the power. So that can be tricky. Let's see. This will be enough to get the overtake right now. King F1 had a very bad exit there. Ooh, that was almost an incident. Yeah, and Fine Waldo now has the win more than secure. If he, oof,
he is.
That was tricky.
Yeah, he's got it pretty much now. He just has to keep it clean. He's all good. And XRL Tome into the pits for softs. They can definitely go to the end.
XRL Sola gets P5 with the medium tire. XRL Tom will be faster. He's on new softs. XRLs are having fastest lap. 1:17.2. This is faster than the actual Mexican GP record in real life. Record is 1:17.3, I believe. So it's pretty close.
XRL Snake right on the back of Whippy. "12-second penalty for Snake, so I know 6 for Whippy, so he's not in the greatest position at the moment. And the 2 Mercedes, I believe, have just swapped positions there. Looking at one of my favourite graphics, the position change, you can see who we're with now. XRL Whippy, he's gone up 10 places, so he's had probably, in terms of places, one of the best races. Unarmed Drake has gone up 9, and he's in P3, so you could argue he's had an even better race. XRL Herbie, he is in 11th, but he has still gone up 8 places. 7 places down is what XRL 2D has gone, so he's not had the best, but most people have gone up or down actually, so some people had a good race, but others have not.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tome, just catching him there. I think Fading Splash had kind of outbraked himself coming into the last, yeah, he outbraked himself. I think that was turn 12, and Clone took the opportunity to get past for P4. He is on, yeah, he's on much better tyres, so no real surprise as Zola goes into the pits. Softs, oh no, onto the mediums actually. That would most likely be because he doesn't have any more softs left, because yeah, 4 laps left, definitely. Time for softs, but yeah, I'm assuming he didn't have any softs left, hence why he's going on to the mediums. Jono pulling up alongside Snake, and yeah, I mean, definitely got in there. No real surprise, that is Jono up into P6.
Two laps to go. Find Waldo. 8 seconds in front of King F1. He got it. He has it in the pocket already.
Oh, and Asda's out.
Asda's out. What happened to Asda?
Oh, straight out of turns. Oh, honestly, I'm not sure what happened there.
He must have lost traction. Yeah.
Yeah, that is tricky. A weird spot. That's annoying. I mean, he wasn't having the greatest of races, but still, not what he would have wanted to happen, especially with only a few laps left. I think technically it will count as him as finishing because he's completed 90% or whatever, but obviously he won't be getting points. So. Alright, let's see here. XRL Whippy back at Snake, and he should have him fairly easily with DRS before turn 1. I think he definitely is there.
Yeah, got it.
Now that is Whippy up into P7. Let's look back at penalties. So Aldo definitely safely in the lead. No one should be moving about too much up the front. I think Jono at the moment will just about be getting Fading Splash. He needs to be 3 seconds behind, and he is that. Oh no, yeah, 3 seconds behind. He is that at the moment. And Steele is also out of the session, and that's annoying. He was having a bad race. We're back to penalties. Whippy will be getting Jono. That should be sticking the same. XRL 2D will be getting Herbie. And I believe that's about it. I might have made a mistake or two there, but and Beastian going very wide. Yeah, but yeah.
Who is the Ferrari? Who is the Ferrari? Is it Steel?
Yeah, Steel and the guy, I can't remember his name, they both out.
Last lap. Find Waldo in the SS, about to win the race. He knows he has it in the pocket.
Yeah, and he's not, I mean, yeah, he's got pretty lucky, but he's also had a really good drive, so
yeah,
definitely really good from him, and pretty confident and comfortable win for the Williams. And there you go, across the line goes Fine Waldo to win the Mexican Grand Prix. King F1 not too far behind, he did really well, unfortunately just losing out in the coming laps, but still a good performance to get him to P2. XRL Tome in the Mercedes coming in third. Good for the constructors. Whether it'll be enough, we'll have to see in the last two races, but it's pretty good for the moment. And there you go, across the line P3.
and that's the podium there.
And, we go, and Zola has actually not had the best of races. He was doing really well, and like I think P3 and P2 the two Mercs were, but now they're, only one of them's had a good outcome, so that's annoying.
It wasn't lucky for them.
So here we have only two races left, I believe, Brazil, and then our finale in Abu Dhabi, so not long really in terms of final constructors fights. But there you go, that was your Mexican Grand Prix here in the Development League.
Driver of the day, XRL Whippy, he started P last. I don't remember which position he finished, let me see. He finished P7, but that's good, that's very good. Let me see if there's someone disqualified. No. Constant Jet 18-second penalty, but you need 21 seconds to get disqualified, so everything good. Fine Waldo also gets a point for not getting for the cleanest driver of the race. So he gets 26 points there. That's very good. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining. It was a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to commentate Dev League, and it's fun. Always we do it together. So thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be improving our streams soon. Stay tuned for them. Follow us on Twitch and Instagram, Facebook. Go give us a little love to Extreme Racing Leagues.
Yeah, alright, well, obviously we've got our other races, X1, 2 and 3, all tomorrow, 5 and I believe 8 PM, so
yep.
Make sure you come back to them, and obviously we'll be here, well I will be here,
yep.
at least
I'm
next
going
week.
to be racing X1 tomorrow, so cheer on me.
Good luck for that.
Thanks, man. Okay, see you later, man.
Alright, I'll see you all next week, goodbye.
Bye.